Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the very 8th episode of Off the Record, a show where we discuss the weekly news around Chico, Chico State, and Chico, California. Wow, I just did that. I do that every single week where I just have to say one too many times. The date is October 17th, 2013. I'm Jeff Barron, the video editor at the Orion. I'm going to have a little title pop above me. Let me do some little post-production. It's going to be a floating title. It's going to be amazing. And joining me tonight on the couch, we're doing something a little different. To my right, and your left on the camera, is Rachael DiCicco, the Public Relations Director at the Orion. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you, Jeff?
I'm doing fantabulous. Are you actually doing well? Are you feeling great?
No, seriously. I just finished a midterm today. It's now the weekend. I'm good to go.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's great. That's great! Because you guys might have noticed that to my left and your right is my favorite. Cammi.
You do that every single time.
I do it every time because I look at it and it's like there's no other friend I have other than I have two friends that are both have C-A-M and then it's like, oh, Cammi, but it's Cammi. It's
Tell you a funny story later about that.
Cammi Carter. I put Mario Kart and almost caught myself there. The former Orion features writer. That's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
No, that's
Yeah,
right.
We're good. And so we're just doing it, doing it on the couch. So to begin off, we're gonna talk about unsocial media. Unsocial media desensitizes life, written by Amanda Irons, and it's all about how social media is kind of just always with us, and it's just like so exhausting, and it's always in your face. Even when you try to escape it, there's always someone at that party or somewhere that's like reading something, taking a picture of you, tagging it, and like that's happened to me more often than ever before now for some reason. I'm not exactly sure why. Do you guys have any opinion on this?
I feel like social media is definitely taking over the world, whether you want it to or not.
It's part of society now. It's kind of like you will see someone walking down the street and they'll have their phone in their hand, taking a picture of Instagram, Snapchatting, Twittering, Facebook.
And I feel like it's not like I hate social media. I love it because that's kind of how I like. You go on Facebook, you see everybody's posts, you only know what everybody's up to. But like, even like before the show, I was just going through all my Facebook posts, and just half of them are just like stuff I don't even care about. Like, it'll be like someone eating something. It's always eating something. People love to take pictures of things that they're eating, and like I don't.
We love food.
Nothing against them, but yeah, people have to eat, I guess, as that's the reason, and I don't know.
One of my least favorite things about Instagram is when people take pictures of their food, and like it's always like every single day there's like a new dinner or a new dessert, or like I went to a donut place and donuts. I mean, have a person in there at least, eating the donut.
Yeah,
not
it's
just
all
the
that.
food.
Doesn't it just make you so hungry?
That's
though?
why I hate
like
it.
if you're sitting there and you're like, I'm so hungry, and then you just see like a person's like Chipotle, and it's, well, great, thanks for getting me some Chipotle.
Yeah, it's nice.
I didn't want any.
Well, you sure you didn't?
I
That
really
sounded
did,
like you
actually.
So you just lied to everybody.
No, I was a little bit sarcastic.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm pretty good at sarcasm. But yeah, it's just like, and like it's an opinion piece, and I have to agree that like sometimes it's just like it gets to the point where I get tagged against my will. Person behind the camera is laughing because she's guilty of this, taking a picture of me when I was editing footage in a tank top, and not that like tank tops are bad on me or anything, but she tagged me, and then my entire family, my bosses probably from like years ago see my picture of me in a tank top, and like, well, I don't really care, but just food for thought when I get tagged by people. So it's all good. She's like, move on. Get out of here. So. Second topic, I think a lot of people got this email if you go to attend Chico State about the email fraud. And this particular student lost $2,000 to an email fraud. How that happens, I'm not completely sure. It was supposed to be for the ZART Assistant Grant for Prospective and Current Students. And it offers students real financial assistance for pursuing all fields of study, and promised hundreds of awards would be given out. Which is very ironic because, in trying to get financial assistance, you spent nearly an entire tuition's worth of, actually how much is tuition, $4,000?
$3,000. If you
So
have
much.
it's
Oh
like
my gosh.
$3,600
I think
per
that's-
semester.
I feel like that's actually cheaper than most other schools.
I think that's also for like California in-state students, so I don't
Okay.
know.
Oh, if they're out of state? Oh man. But the thing that really stuns me about this is like, what student has $2,000 just to drop on something like that? Like,
wouldn't you have like, I don't know, Googled it, like try to figure out if it was real or not? Like when someone's asking you for money, you're not just, I don't know, common sense wise, I wouldn't just give them money. I would go, why exactly? What are you doing? Like, you're giving me a grant, but I have to pay you to get the grant when I could just use that. I feel like there's something wrong here, but maybe that's just me.
maybe, what happens if that was a real grant?
Why would
They're just like, yeah, $2,000 and we'll give you $100,000
Why would you send money for them to send you money back?
because they like to get mail.
Well, I like to get
I
mail
don't know.
too, but I'm not about to send anybody some money to get money in return.
If I ever become a rich philanthropist of some sort, I'm just gonna have like this grant that will be like, I'll just have like a ton of money. Like, yeah, you send me $2,000, I'll send you $10,000.
Why not, if you just want mail, just ask for a pen
Yeah,
pal and
just
tell them you'll
say
send them
Because I
cash
want to
back.
see how many
You
people
a
are actually going to do it,
postcard.
and they'll be like, the scam actually wasn't a scam at all. It was actually how it was supposed to be. I actually got $10,000 out of giving $2,000. Like, it's supposed to be stupid and it doesn't make any sense, but that's what rich people do all day. They like to play games
with their money?
with their money.
Throw the money around.
That's what they would do.
Money wise, if something is too good to be true, it most likely is. Like, if it sounds like it is, it probably is.
I'm gonna have to agree with Rachel.
That's a little pessimistic.
You know what, but
Yeah.
you know what, like sale wise too, like when you're at a store and find some great stuff on sale, like it's probably just crap.
Yeah, some of them have holes and
Holes.
Or it's
like
really
holes in
ugly.
clothes, or it's really ugly. That
Have you ever been in
happens
the
at
sale section at
Forever
Forever 21?
Yeah, that's
I have.
That's
Well-
the reason why it's on sale.
I don't know. The person behind the camera was gonna say something, but she was like, "Oh, touching her heart." Like she was passionate about the subject we were just talking about, Forever 21. And I have been in many Forever 21s because I have been dragged along by many girls to go shopping there, and I can I like it because it's got a lot of like different styles. It's
I'll
cheap.
take you.
It's
I'll take you
cheap,
tomorrow and show you the sale rack.
and
It's
it's
not
actually
all bad, the sales rack, but some
No,
of the
there's
stuff
some
there
stuff, but some is scary.
sounds like, I don't even know how that
Scary.
made it on the sell racks at all, or the racks in general.
was it just like tatters? Like, what is it?
I'm not a fan of like ruffles everywhere, or sequins everywhere, like gaudy sequins, just some of the stuff.
Or that horrible like highlighter coat.
Yeah, that's like really bright, and you're just like, oh, why?
So if we combine sequins and highlight colors
And ruffles.
put them together with ruffles,
And
That
just
would just
throw
be, like,
some
the
bows
worst
on
thing.
there.
Oh,
you know?
God.
that's like the best prom
And like
dress.
rip it up somewhere, cause like they like rips now. That's in. Just having rips in clothes.
So that's on the sale rack, and don't buy it.
How did we get onto this topic? I don't even remember. It's like $2,000. So anyhow, the fraud for the $2,000, Forever 21. Just saying. So anyhow, I guess the call to action to that is just fact check if it's too good to be true. You know, don't give people $2,000. I don't even have $2,000. I don't know what you're doing with that money. Go invest it. It's not
Buy some top
That
ramen, you know.
Yeah, so anyhow, we're going to keep moving on to the next topic. We did a feature piece called Turn On, Tune In, Space Out, where the editors of the paper talked about shows that they enjoy watching, and so I guess we'll take time right now to talk about the shows that we watch. Who would like to go first? What do you got? Don't all just volunteer. All three of us in this room.
My Sunday nights are ruined now that Breaking Bad has ended. What am I gonna do?
I have conflicted feelings because I'm kind of glad that Breaking Bad just ended. It was a conclusive story arc. Everything happened, like, it had a very good conclusive ending, what we're naming, but it was just like, it felt good, solid. Like, I never felt like there was a down,
Yeah.
slow part to the show. It was very.
It was definitely, they ended while they were on top.
I watched the final season before I watched the first season.
How do you do that?
Because my friends made me sit there and watch it with them like every Sunday it came out, so I was like, okay. Like I didn't have a emotion about it, but I thought it was a good final season.
I'm turning.
For
I'm
just a season.
turning the camera back to you because like, I'm in disbelief. I can't even.
It was good. I was very interested, so
But
that's
didn't
why
it-
I'm watching season 1.
Didn't it lose its thing because you're just like, well, now I know what happens. What's the
No,
point?
now I want to know how they got there.
That's such a weird backwards way of watching a show.
I mean,
and
it's like Star Wars.
It's funny because I was talking to Ben, but I came in like the day, like it was Monday, after the show ended, and I walked into the office, and Ben Mullen, who the editor-in-chief, is like watching with Scott the final episode, and Scott's just like explaining everything that's happening on the last episode. Like, Ben, have you watched the show? And you're watching the last episode of like the conclusion, and I'm just like, I can't. How did what? Like who? Yeah. Anyhow. So yeah, Breaking Bad's great. Breaking Bad's a great show. Okay, I will do that. Sorry. That was not smooth at all of me to read that at all.
It's okay though.
It's okay.
Just
Cammi, what's your pick?
I have too many favorite shows, but at the moment, a show that's out that just came back on is American Horror Story, Coven. I really enjoy it.
Is it good?
It
looks good.
I haven't seen the
What is
second episode yet. It's okay. So you don't know what it is?
No.
All right. So American Horror Story, like each season's based off of just like a horror story in America. Like this season's Coven's, the first season was based off of a horror house, like a murder house, and the second season, which I didn't really care for, but many people did, was based off of an insane asylum and I believe aliens. I'm not quite sure. I didn't really finish that season. And each season, you don't have to watch the prior season to understand what's going on in the new season, which I really enjoy about that too.
Oh.
And it's by the creators of Glee, believe it or not.
That's a
kind of
really
a dark
interesting
turn.
change.
Yeah, right? They
And
went from
just had a person walk in the door.
American Horror Story. I mean, that's like the best way to describe
Specifically
it.
American? It can't be like
Yeah,
anything
it's
else.
because everything is it's an American thing. Like they're actually fun fact: the murder house in the first season is actually down the street from the house from my house in LA.
What?
Yeah, and I drive past it and it really creeps me out.
Why do they call
No.
it? What's the murder house? What?
The murder. Okay, so season one's based off this murder house where a bunch of people died, and then they go into like how they died and different stories each episode. The second one's based off this asylum, and I think aliens are involved. I'm not sure. I didn't finish the second season. I didn't enjoy the second season. And then the third season's based off witches. So it's actually really predominantly women-based. Like the main characters are all women. It's a very strong woman cast, and it's currently based in Louisiana. And it's a pretty good show.
Is it scary or is it like a...
I mean, it's half and half. I think it depends on like how scared you can get. Like I have friends that are like, oh my god, I can't watch it, it's too scary. And then I have friends that are like, this is pretty cool. Like I'm not scared at all. I can watch this by
So it's
myself.
like X-Files scary?
Yeah.
Okay, X-Files scary. I can get it.
X-Files scary.
It's kind of just like, oh, maybe.
It's a bit
I don't know.
gory. There's like a lot of blood sometimes and weird things and people like eating things you would never want them to eat ever.
What channel is it on?
Oh shoot.
She doesn't know.
I'm not gonna lie, I watch it all online because I don't have, well I do have a TV, I just
What
don't have
channel?
TV.
It's on FX.
FX, okay.
Hey, see? Internet.
Internet. But yeah, no, that's currently my favorite show that I've been tuning into.
Awesome. I guess now it's my pick, of course.
Mhm.
Show that's near and dear to my heart is Avatar: The Last Airbender. So, before I even got to the original show, which was on Nickelodeon and still on
The
Nickelodeon.
one with the arrow on his forehead?
Yeah.
He's an angle
Oh,
with the arrow on
yes.
his forehead.
Good
There's 3
show.
seasons, and like originally it starts out like, well, like this is such a kid show, like I could barely stand it. But I kept watching, and I was like, you know, actually I'm kind of getting into the whole feel of the show, and now I got really sucked into it. And so they started a new series called Legend of Korra, and it's supposed to be like what happens after the stories have concluded in like the first 3 seasons. The season 4 is all about what happens afterward, like the next Avatar that happens, because every single time when Avatar dies.
What happens to
Um,
Zuko's mom?
Yes, that also, there's a mystery of what happened to Zuko's mom for people who are in the know on the show. So they finished season 4, they're working on season 5 right now, and while I'm not nearly as excited about it, I'd highly recommend people check out Avatar: The Last Airbender seasons 1 through 3 and season 4. So if you just want to watch one, if you just want to watch one season for a story, I'd highly recommend watching Legend of Korra season 4 or season 1 or book 1 as they call it.
Yeah.
I'm really into it, and I think the art style is beautiful, and I just think it's great. I just love the whole feel of the entire universe that they've set, and yeah. Last topic, government shutdown. I know very little about this topic, but Cammi is all about it. She is a politics major. She's not a politics major. I'm just kidding, but do fill me in. Like what? Like it's the government has stopping.
They basically, so the government has reopened. It's just temporary, really. I'm just upset because, you know, that was prime time for Canada to take us over and make us South Canada. I'm just saying, like, we could have been South Canadian, and now we're stuck with the government that's technically not out of their argument. At least people can now get married in Yosemite.
What?
They couldn't get married in Yosemite, like, because they closed off all national parks.
Oh, because
the
I was
government
like,
shut down.
I was like, but I've seen a lot of weddings in Yosemite. That's actually a really awesome place to get married.
Mm-hmm.
There's like that hotel. I can't remember the name of the hotel. It's like Hotel Milwaukee, Michigan. It's like some really hard to pronounce name. That's where Steve Jobs got married, and I've been in that hotel many times. I love it. I just love Yosemite. Big rocks. Big rocks are awesome. So,
Cammi, what about China?
I mean, China could have come in and also taken over. I just feel like, personally, that Canada's closer. You know, we're more at home with Canada. We don't. I mean, we might have to learn French because of French Canadians, but you know, it's predominantly English. China's pretty far away. I personally probably cannot learn Chinese, but because I'm not good at languages, and I would probably, so China.
Where did this come from exactly? Like, this was like a secret topic apparently, and it was just brought up, and I don't understand.
I was told.
Are you scared of China?
I'm not scared of China.
You're not.
No, I'm not.
Why? I mean, why are you?
Why am I
You
not
should
scared
be.
of China?
No,
I don't.
Okay. China. Well, I'm just gonna say before that, I think China's awesome because I studied Chinese for 2 years, and I think Chinese is
Say
great.
something in Chinese.
我叫 Jeff. It's like I call me Jeff, or I'm Jeff, or I call myself Jeff. Whatever's left of you, roleplay, whatever. Rachel, something that is really near and dear to you is the Orion app.
The Orion app.
You grab random strangers and you tell them to do things.
I do.
I've seen
And
you
if
do
you
this in
know
action.
me, I will probably ask you 4 times an hour if you have the Orion app downloaded. So for that, I'm sorry. But I do think that everybody should have it downloaded because it is your key to Chico. It gives you exclusive offers and discounts from businesses around town. It has a police blotter, and we also have all of our news stories consistently updated on the app that you have right in your pocket. And just for downloading the app, you can enter in a raffle to win an iPad. All you have to do is download the free app on the Android Marketplace or the App Store. And under offers, it'll just say iPad giveaway or iPad raffle. And you enter in your CSU Chico email address, and you could be a lucky winner of an iPad. So make sure you do that.
I have the Orion app, and I love it.
I also have the Orion app. I have to just unlock my phone and get to it. It's gonna take way more steps.
You
It's
better
too far
have
away.
it, Jeff.
I have it. You've seen it on my. I think this girl's
sure
on
I
it.
downloaded
It even has a campus map, so if you're ever lost, instead of going to the library or some other information desk to ask where you are, you just orient yourself with the campus map.
It's great to have. Everybody needs it. Everybody should download it. It's free. Why not? You could also win an iPad. So, plus we do many other giveaways. So stay tuned.
That was so good. This girl's so good at, like, that wasn't even scripted. There's nothing on my screen that, like, tells her how to do that. She was just on it. Like,
I'm on it.
She, like, showed up at the front door, was like, we're doing this. And I'm like, all right, we're going to do this. So, with that said, I'm going to conclude this episode. Leave in the comments things that you hate, things that you love about the show. Comment about your favorite TV shows. Whatever it may be, things that you want to pump, things we want to talk about on the show. I read all comments. So, please do that. I don't know what else to say other than I'm Jeff Barron, and I'll see you guys next time.
Oh, I missed that.
Oh, did you do the?
I missed that. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No. Why did it?
I waited.
That was dumb.
Yeah.
I was like, you can turn off the camera.
Yeah.
For more information on our stories, you can go to theorion.com.
And I'm supposed to say that's my line, stealing my thunder. And we're back. I don't even have to say that because it's me post production. So Cammi, please continue. What was your pick?